Hey guys, Glenmurray Online. How are you? It is Saturday. Today's episode is how to create passive income with little money. 3 ways to earn $200 daily. This is gonna be awesome, guys. So stick around right till the end as I get my crap out of the way. How y'all doing? Like, look at my hair. It's going crazy. Actually, it looked like really good this morning, and then I had to go to the store, and I walked. It was windy, and then it went like this crazy thing. Believe it or not, guys, my hair dreads. Isn't that crazy? Like, it will, if I just let it go, it'll slowly start to curl, and then it's so thick that it actually dreads. It's craziness. Mwah! Okay, let's tame it down here a little bit. My wife keeps threatening. She's like, "I'm gonna cut your hair." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't care." It's gonna have to happen. Okay, so let's get into this. Make sure if you like videos like this, make sure you hit subscribe and notifications and all that good stuff. And we're gonna jump into how to make at least a couple $100 a day. And I'm not gonna say you're not gonna start making this tomorrow, but you can if you work smarter and not harder, because there's a lot of stuff out there that, man, it just takes up a lot of time. I was doing a Bing ad, basically a sort of a case study on Bing ads. Man, it was costing me. I wasn't making money. It was costing me the same amount of money as I was spending. I was making money, but it wasn't really making much. Like, it's like a lot of people are, and I went and actually bought a couple of these courses that these guys put out, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you can make this and you make that," and it's like, yeah, but you made $1,000 on that product. Like, I made over $1,000, so about $1,400 now. But I've spent $1,400 easy on ads. I haven't done the exact calculation, but yeah, I'm right at, like, I'm basically breaking even. So I was kind of like going, how is this scalable? Because it doesn't seem like you can really throw a ton more at it. And even when you're trying to adapt it, I know I did some tricks and I got it down, but really, guys, I don't want to spend $100 to make 20. I mean, yes, it is a great philosophy, but I want residual income. I want to spend $100 to acquire a customer that's going to pay me $20 every single month, right? Like, that's what I really want. I don't want to just like spend $100 to make 120. So I make $20, and then that customer is gone. Maybe they're on an email list, but maybe they're on a list for something that I'm not even promoting. Like, okay, yeah, I got them on my Ted's woodworking list. Now what am I going to sell them, right? And a lot of people go, "Oh, Glenn, you don't get it. You don't get it." Well, maybe I don't. Maybe I'm not seeing the big picture on that one. But what I do know is the other programs that I'm a part of that I promote, I make way more money for way less work, and I don't have to throw as much money at it, because it's residual, it's ongoing. And this is what I want to talk about, this passive income thing. And guys, like, this is where it's at. So there's 3 really cool ways to make a passive income. And it's not, and to be honest, it's not even really that passive, because you have to kind of be active, because you have to be creating content. But if you do a okay, step back. Here's the thing. Find something you're passionate about, right? Find your passion. What are you passionate about? Are you passionate about barbecues? Are you passionate about surfing? Are you passionate about beer? Are you passionate about wine? Passionate about crochet, knitting, making sourdough, whatever it is. Find the thing that you really like. Are you passionate about puzzles? I don't know. Like whatever it is. Guys, there is a market for everything. We're in the pandemic now and everyone's baking. So my wife started making sourdough. I was like, well, that looks kind of fun. So then I took over. So then, and she hates it. Like, I'm not making it anymore. Anyway, so now, because I googled some stuff on YouTube for bread, now I see all these great bread channels of people making bread. And guys, it's crazy. Like, people are just making videos about bread, making bread, and then you sit there and you watch them. You're like, hmm. And guess what? An ad comes up, and I go, ka-ching! That person makes money. That ad, right? So you can monetize anything, including watching bread rise. How nuts is that? Do you know how long it takes for bread to rise? Especially if you're using like a sourdough starter that doesn't have yeast in it. Well, it's got natural yeast. It's crazy. Anyways, I digress. So, find what you're passionate about, and that is what you're going to base your business around. And that's why online is so cool. You're like, well, Glenn, I want to be in the make money online niche. Well, that's fine. But what are you passionate about in the make money online? Is it personal development? Is it habits? Is it just purely about making money, like tricks on how to make the most of your money? Then maybe you should go on to Bing and figure out that oh yeah, instead of making 120 for every 100 I spend, I make 122. It's like I make an extra $2. Like, yeah. Or you go acquire a customer that's going to pay you in a really good program like thousands of dollars over the next 5 years. And you pay for them once, right? You pay for that, you acquire that customer once. That's where I'm at. So how do we do that? Okay, so there's three really cool ways to do it. Now, the first one is going to be a ton of work on your half, right? And that is setting up a blog about what you love and just start putting up content. Don't worry about SEO. Don't worry about design, logos, none of that crap. Don't worry about any of it. Just get a blog, grab my blog resource. It tells you where to get a server, where to get whatever you need to get started, right? You don't need much. It's just a couple of bucks and you can get started. All you really need is a server, because once you can put a Facebook, you can put a WordPress theme on there. Don't do it. Don't make the mistake of going and getting a free WordPress or a free Wix or that kind of thing. Because what happens if they change their model, or they change, or all of a sudden they want to charge you, or you have too much traffic and they go, oh, you're getting too much traffic, right? So you want to start with your own real estate. It's just like that's a no-brainer. That's a non-start. You have to get your own server, and it's dirt cheap. So then what are you going to do? You're going to start creating content around whatever you're passionate in. And I don't care how shitty it is. It doesn't matter. That part doesn't matter. Just start creating content. Like if you're into barbecues, go on and say, hey, it's Glenn. I love barbecues, but I don't really know a lot of them because I've been using the same Broil King for 10 years. But I'm going to go do some research, and I'm going to come back with what I've found out there is the 10 most popular barbecues that people are buying, and and we'll go through them, and I'll look through the stats, and we'll see, and I'll compare it to my barbecue, right? And basically that's where you start, and then from there you start going, hey guys, I love, my favorite thing to make on the barbecue is ribs, and blah 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 blah, and this is how I make my ribs. And by the way, you can grab this tool, right? Affiliate link. And then you just start creating, and you create content, you create more and more content. You can do videos, you can do blog, you can take pictures of how you clean your barbecue, which way your barbecue faces when it's windy, all these different, there's so much to talk about if you're into barbecues. And same thing if you're into crocheting or knitting or whatever it is. You just start creating content about what you're passionate about. And as you start building content, you're going to be able to monetize that by putting affiliate links on there for things they can purchase, or you can put AdSense and drive, because you're driving traffic there, you can get paid from advertising. People going there, they click on an ad, boom, you get paid for advertising. So that's number one. That way you will build a following, right? Especially if you start, when you start out your blog, and you're going to start, you go over and you set up your Twitter that looks like your blog. And you tell, every time you put a blog post up, you go on Twitter and say, hey, I just put a new blog post up, right? Or then you set up a YouTube channel. It's like every time you want to do a blog on your website, you go over to YouTube and say, hey guys, hey, I just want to let you know I put a brand new blog up. This is what I'm talking about on my blog. If you like the video version of it, I can go through it. I'll read my blog for you, but really go check it out. And then you put the video over there, and you just kind of start creating that brand, right? And that's the secret to one of the ways to get up there. Now, how long will that take? Average. So what one of the top marketers in the realm of that kind of marketing is, it took 10 months, and it took 91 articles, and he's making currently, I think it's at month 11 now, he's making $4,500 a month. So he's just under $200 a day blogging. So I would say by the end of the year, he will be making his 200. So in 1 year, guys, you just create a ton of content, 91 pieces of content. So that's one every 3 days. It's not one every two to 3 days, one piece of content. So you're going to have to go crazy, right? So that's number one. Number two is you want to join, you want to go out and you want to do just pure affiliate marketing, right? Same thing. You're probably going to need a blog and stuff like that. But instead of just trying to drive the traffic around, your blog thing, you're going to get into a program that accelerates it, right? You're going to be referring a software as a solution, right? And so there's a couple ways to do that. There's for example, instead of promoting just your regular blog, you talk about. By the way, if you're interested in doing this, right? If you're really interested in barbecues, and you want to set up your own barbecue channel, these are the tools I use on my channel. And you just start doing that because those tools, because someone's going to come along and go, wow, I love barbecues. I'm going to start my own barbecue channel. They're going to trust you. They're going to click there. Now they're going to get into a program, or they're going to use a software that is made for funnels and that kind of thing, making sales, or maybe you're going to do a book or whatever kind of thing. That's the second way. That's a faster way to get there because you're going to be a bit more aggressive on not just your passion, but your passion and how you're kind of monetizing it. So you're going to kind of share behind the scenes, right? Like that's the other way to get there much quicker. Now, the third way to get there much quicker is to get into a high ticket item. And this goes back to, why do I want to spend a bunch of money, $100 on acquiring to make it $20, where if I go spend $100 on some solo ads, I can put them into a program, a program that teaches marketing, that about every 200 people I put in there, I make $1,000. So let's see, if it costs me, if it costs me, let's say it's $1 a person, or maybe it's $2 a person. Well, if I put 200 people in there, it's going to cost me $400, right? But I'm going to make $1,000. It's way more than making, right? And I'm not saying this is what you're going to make, guys. These are just sort of my numbers, and my numbers are still all over the board because I'm quite small. But as I grow, my numbers are getting more consistent. So what do? I just promote this marketing program, and I make way more money than doing the ads and making little tiny bits, right? So what I'm doing is I'm going after customers that are going to be long-term residual as opposed to just selling a product, right? Because I'm not my blogs. Yes, my blogs sell and they make money, and I do it on products. But my main passion is, and because I do have multiple streams of income, because I'm trying a whole bunch of stuff, and I try a whole bunch of stuff so I can talk about it in my videos. So it kind of my experience is a bit different. But if I was to take advice from someone, I would go take the one course of action, and I would just go and promote that. I would actually just send paid traffic at it. I would go join it and I go, where's my paid traffic? And to keep sending paid traffic on it, because it will come to a tipping point and you will get there. So I'm going to put down below, I'm going to put my blog resource for you guys. I'm going to put my #1 marketing program. And by the way, just as I have you here, there's actually an affiliate / network marketing digital company that is launching on Tuesday. And I highly recommend getting into that because I think you can get into it for $1 right now. And it is the last time that this guy did a launch, because he's got multiple products. The last time he did a launch, he basically created 4 millionaires in 4 months. He's going for bigger than that this time. And I'm not saying, there's a disclaimer, there's no guarantees that you'll make any money, but this is what his launch did last time. He made 4 millionaires in 4 months. And he's going for way bigger this time, and he's going global. So this might be something you want to be a part of, or at least take a look at. Jump into it, get in for a few months. If you love it, great. There's a ton of support. There's a ton of stuff. And a lot of the tools that you would need to create your blog, your authority blog on whatever it is in there. So you wouldn't have to go buy a server or an autoresponder or any of that stuff, because it's already in the software package that he offers as part of his program. So check it out. I'll put a link down below, and check out all the links below. Go through them and you'll see how the funnels work. There's nothing that you have to go and sell the house for, right? Everything that's in there has money back guarantees. So there's nothing that if you did purchase anything and you weren't happy with it, you just ask for your money back, and that's not a big problem. But I want you to go check that stuff out. Okay, That's what I have for you. So 3 ways to get going, guys, is A, you want to do a blog, right? Just about your passion. B, you want to do a blog and talk about how you monetize your blog. Or C, you want to get into a marketing program that actually teaches people how to market, and you can refer that, and you can make high ticket income by referring that. All the while, you're promoting and learning how to build your blog better. So it's a win-win-win-win-win. Guys, if you like videos like this, make sure you hit subscribe, notify. Thank you all. I appreciate it. And be safe. And if you need a haircut, let your wife cut your hair, or your partner, whoever. All right, guys. Cheers. Have a good night. Bye.